Welcome to the next module. Let me start by saying something that may sound a little controversial. Most people don't actually have a health problem, but more of an energy problem. And not because they don't try hard enough, but because their environment keeps undoing those efforts. This course is not about doing more. It's about losing less energy and managing your energy well every day. Because longevity is not just about peak performance, it is also built by the continuity of energy. Let me take some example. Think about this. These days, people are eating better, they are exercising better, they are meditating, they are supplementing themselves well. They feel better for a while, and then the fatigue returns. The discipline starts dropping down, and then they blame themselves for weak willpower. What if I tell you that the problem is not willpower? The problem is that energy is being leaked, it is being misdirected, it is being poorly stored before it even has a chance to manifest itself and support the body. And this is where the importance of space or Vastu is misunderstood. Vastu is not just a belief, it is also something which helps us in better energy management through our space. In fact, the underlying belief was to have harmonious flow of energy in our houses. In this module, I want you to stop thinking about your house in terms of rooms. Instead, I want you to think about it in terms of the flow of energy. Every space that you live in is constantly doing four things in your life. Remember, it is either leaking energy, it is generating energy, storing your energy, or expanding your energy. Now, remember throughout this module, remember these four things: energy leaking, energy generation, energy storage, and expansion of energy. Now we know that energy cannot be created, but it can change its form from one to the another. This exactly is the spatial energy cycle. And the key insight is that you cannot skip any stage out of this. If the energy leaks, the generation is not going to hold. If the storage is weak, the expansion is going to collapse and feel bottleneck. Longevity depends on completing the full cycle daily on a daily basis. Now, what does each of these stages mean? Let's simplify it a bit. First, talking about the energy leaks. These are the things in space that constantly demand energy from your nervous system. They don't have to be dramatic. It doesn't have to be a physically intense HIIT workout. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a constant leakage of energy. Think of it more like the background apps. Let's take an example of your phone. Now, the background apps are always draining your phone battery, whether you realize or not realize, whether you notice them or not notice them. Until the same is the case with our energy leaks. We don't notice them until you are tired all the time. Now coming to energy generation. Now this is how effective is your system in terms of generating energy. How does the digestion work? How is it metabolizing the food and the nutrients? Do you feel motivated and charged up? Do you feel like waking up with momentum and high energy in the mornings? Energy generation is not a high. It is when your bodily systems are producing energy without friction and very effectively. Number 3 is energy storage. Now this is the part where a lot of people struggle because energy storage comes how? It comes through deep sleep, it comes through the repair of the body, it comes from your emotional grounding. Now if energy is not stored, the body is always in a survival mode and longevity ends here. The last but not the least, the expansion of energy. Only once we have the stored energy in our body can we talk about the expansion of energy. And what do we mean here? It's not about just creating energy, but we are talking here about productivity, about creativity, about wealth, about relationships, when everything seems to flow and happens with ease. And this is exactly the expansion of energy into different segments of your life. Expansion without storage is going to lead to what? A burnout, because you don't have enough stored energy, but you're giving that much more energy outside. So you can expect that kind of an imbalance is going to is going to leave you feeling fatigued, tired, and not wanting to do more. Now, let's talk about every home or every person. He or she always lives in one of these three states. It can be a depleted state, it can be a stable state, and it can be an expansive state. Most people try to expand while their space keeps them depleted. And that is why the energy imbalances are felt in the human system. This module is designed to move you from the state of depletion to stability and then to expansion by fixing your energy cycle and not by pushing yourself, blaming it on your willpower. So here's how to use this module. Here we are not trying to fix everything. We are only fixing the things that matter first. So how are we going to start? We are going to start with sealing the leaks of energy. Number 2, we will start on improving the generation of energy and then strengthen the storage system of our energy to replenish that life force in our system and then allow natural expansion. This module is not going to be covering obsessions, your fears, your superstitions about Vastu, but it is going to be about more intelligent energy management using this ancient Vedic wisdom. Longevity does not improve because you try harder or you do more things. It improves when your space stops working against you. It stops depleting you, rather it starts to support you and energize you. Let's begin with something most people misunderstand. You don't lose energy in dramatic ways. You lose it slowly, silently every single day. And that is why people tend to miss it. Energy leaks don't shout. They don't cause collapses overnight. They show up as chronic tiredness, brain fog, irritability, inconsistency. And over years, they accelerate your aging process. And this is why I wanted to start with the topic of energy leaks. Because you cannot generate your way out of a leaking system. Now imagine a tumbler which has a hole and I'm constantly pouring water in it. Do you think it's going to be ever full of water? Absolutely not. Let's try and look at what an energy leak really is. An energy leak is anything in your space that keeps your nervous system slightly on all the time. It's not like a panic mode or a stress mode, it's just that it is never really off. Let's understand this with an example. The phone battery story. Have you ever noticed how sometimes your phone battery drains unusually fast, and even when you're not actively using it? It happened with me. I boarded a flight and it was a 7-hour flight. The phone was at 70%. The screen was off. I did not watch any videos. I did not scroll. But at the end of the flight, I was almost at 3% battery level. By evening, the battery was just gone. And when you finally check in your settings, you realize something interesting. 10 or 15 apps are running quietly in the background. Now, none of them are heavy individually if I look at them, but together they were draining the entire battery. Now, what would you do in such a case? Will you blame the phone? Will you tell the phone to try harder? No. You close the background apps. And your body also works exactly in the same way. Now, let's understand why space creates the background energy drain in our bodies. So, space creates like background apps for your nervous system. Your battery here, like a wrong bed direction, a cluttered clarity zone, a digestive fire under stress. Now, none of these are going to exhaust you in one day or 1 week or 1 month, but this is going to happen over the years. They always keep your system on a slight alert, slightly compensating, slightly working. And even when you think that you are resting, the energy leak is happening. It's always on. And that is why spatial leaks are so important to understand. They are more important. They bypass motivation, they bypass your discipline, they bypass your intention, and then you blame yourself for the willpower. Because your nervous system is responding automatically. Now, space actually matters more than stress because people assume that energy loss comes from a stress of work, from people, from responsibilities, from difficulties, but space is different. With people or stress, you are interacting consciously, you adopt to situations, but with the space, you are interacting subconsciously 24 by 7. You don't choose how your body responds to a bed direction. You don't decide how your digestive fire reacts to the imbalance of fire. It is just happening on its own. It's not under your control. And that is why spatial energy leaks actually age you much faster. To understand this phenomenon, I want to share a concept of 3 important gates from where the energy leakages happens. Now, this energy leakage always is concentrated around these 3 specific gates. It's not a random play. If these 3 gates are open or leaking energy, then you have to pay the price. So let's look at what are these gates. The first, the northeast or the mind clarity gate or mental energy gate. Now, this gate governs mental clarity, hormonal signaling, your circadian rhythm. When this direction or this gate is open, this energy leak happens as a mental noise. And people start experiencing overthinking without reason, difficulty switching off at night, brain fog even after rest. And this is not like a psychological weakness. This is a mental energy leakage. And if you think that energy is only consumed in physical processes, you're absolutely wrong. Because thoughts, shifting and scattered thoughts actually consume a lot more energy. Now, a cluttered or heavy northeast forces the brain into constant signal processing mode, and the mind never really truly powers down. No power of shutdown button. So, here's the key insight. Longevity collapses first at the level of clarity, mental clarity, not the body. Before diseases, before fatigue, before breakdown, the mind becomes noisy. Now let's come to the gate number 2, the metabolic gate or the southeast direction. This is where actually energy should be created, not spent. Now, when the southeast is disturbed, energy leaks as an extra effort to digestion, inflammation, fatigue after meals. Now, people eat good food but extract less nutrition, less energy from it. And this is why 2 people can eat the same meal and one feels very nourished whereas the other feels heavy and tired. Digestion is an energy producing process, but only when your fire is stable and it is working properly. When digestion becomes effortful, the body spends energy just to survive. It is like in a survival mode, and this is a major leak. Last gate, the gate of stability, the southwest gate. This is the most underestimated one. The southwest gate actually governs the depth of your sleep, the repair of your immune system, the emotional grounding, which is important. And when this gate is weak, energy leaks as disturbed and shallow sleep, unexplained anxiety, lack of consistency. People often say that I sleep, but I don't feel rested. And that's not only the hours of sleep that matters, that's a repair issue. Because longevity is built only when the body feels safe enough to repair itself. But if you have a weak southwest direction, this always keeps the system alert, even when lying down. Now, you might be thinking that okay, energy leaks are there, but how does it accelerate aging? Understand, because this is an important concept. Energy leaks don't just make you tired, they raise the stress hormones in your body, they raise the cortisol, they disturb the hormonal signal, they reduce the repair of your cells, and over the time, the body always chooses survival over renewal. Imagine you are in a difficult situation, in a stress prone situation, then body is obviously going to prioritize the safety over the repair and renewal of the cells. Now, understand, if your body is in a stressful situation, in a danger zone, your body is going to tuned to always prioritize safety over renewal and repair. And that biologically is aging, when you lose that capacity to repair and renew your cells. It's not just time passing, it is the repair capacity declining in your system. And this is where people get frustrated. They say that I'm doing everything right and still I am tired, because discipline cannot override a constant background stress, a constant energy consumption, a constant overstimulation of the nervous system. And imagine you can meditate for 20 minutes in a day. But if your space keeps your nervous system alert for 20 hours in a day, do you think the maths is going to add up? Absolutely not. Now, this is not a personal failure. It is all about reorganizing your environment and sealing those gates to prevent the energy leakages. So, from now on, I want you to ask a different question to yourself. It's not about, is my house a good vastu or a bad vastu? But instead, ask yourself the question, is this costing me energy every single day? Is this interfering with my nervous system overload? And if the answer is yes, then you have a leak. And leaks must be sealed in order for you to produce energy and generate energy in your life. Let me leave you with a thought. Most people don't need more energy, they need fewer leakages to fill their tumbler up. In the next section, we will talk about energy generation and how the space can help your body produce vitality or ojas. But remember this, if leaks are not addressed, whatever you generate today will be lost tomorrow. Now that you've understood the 3 gates of leakages, go back to your space, it can be home space or office space, and analyze for yourself, are the gates leaking? Are the gates open? Or do you need to do something in order to stop those leakages and secure your energy? Because before we move on to energy generation, we need to address the leakages. I will see you in the next section.